Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to start a little tiny bit early, just a few minutes. We'll let everybody check in. Remember, I have a lot of my events on my website, so if you're looking for some of the events, I know I got some of the talks up for the coming weeks. As I've said before, if there's something you would like me to talk about, I'll be glad to try to research it, or I would probably know something about it. So if there's something you would love me to talk about, let me know. You can email me at drlewisgates@gmail.com. Let me know if there's something you would like me to talk about. Today we're really going to talk about how to get rid of negative energy, and I get that a lot from individuals, how to remove it, how to get it, how to make it go away. So we're going to talk about that today, give you all the aspects that I've learned over my life of how to reorganize or reset or re-envision negative energy and allow it to move away from you. So we're going to go through a lot of aspects that you can possibly do with that. Nice aspect that we can do with that. So I'm going to go ahead and start. The first thing, most people will try to understand why do I collect negative energy? I have that a lot from people who get married. So why do I keep attracting the negative people in my life? Why are they still arriving? And it all comes back to the vibration of what we're propelling within our vibration. What are we propelling out? I always explain to individuals, try to read Ruiz's book on the 4 agreements. There's 5 agreements now, but the 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Don't make assumptions. So look in the 4 agreements and try to figure out. And the first one of that vibration is the key. It's the key. Be impeccable with your word. And the word is not what I'm telling you. It's not what I'm propelling into your vibration. It's what you're telling yourself. And that is what we have to get under control, that vibration of energy, So if we attract the vibration of keep talking down to ourselves, we're going to attract people in our life that are in the same boat that we are. So for us to get out of that boat, to stop attracting negative people, we have to change the voice within us so we can move to a different vibration, a different essence within our auric field. So we have to tell ourselves, what do I want to attract? And we might tell ourselves that, oh my God, Lou, I didn't want to attract this. It's not what I really wanted. I never wanted this. In some fashion, some situation back here, it was being manifested within your life, either through you manifesting it or manifesting it so that others could come up into our vibration and bring it to fruition. So it's the people that we attract also. And sometimes we have to look at who we're attracting into our lives. Who are our friends? Who are the people that we're actually attracting into our lives? Who just kind of appears? So it gives us a kind of a vision board into the future within our lives, especially with the people that are arriving in and around our auric fields. What are we actually propelling around us? We can do all this smudging, and we can take some white sage and we can smudge the house. We can throw holy water. We can do all the little prayers we want. But I explain to individuals that when I go bless a house, I can bless it for you. I can bless the energy. I can move negative energy around in the home. I can move it. I can change the energy field within your home. But as soon as I leave the house, if your energy field is in the same vibration it was when I arrived, the energy that was there will just feel it and come back into the home. It will just arrive back into the vibration. It means the individual that lives within the home and lives within the space has to change the energy, has to change that vibration. So it's when we're kind of looking at this whole situation, I tell people, don't think that just by doing things, you have to believe it. You have to put it in motion in your life. Kind of believe that you deserve it. Believe that it's going to come true. Believe that it's there, and it's just believe it. Sure, it might take weeks. It might take a few, maybe take a month, maybe it take a couple of months to get it under control, but it's just continually moving in that direction. I say affirmations every single day in my life. I say affirmations. I get up in the morning and say them. In the afternoon, I'm saying them. At night, I'm saying them. When I go to bed, I'm saying them. I'm saying affirmations throughout the day to, even though it's not happening at this moment, it's not quite propelling itself at this moment, but I am propelling the energy into the spirit world. When I talk about guides, people that follow you, whether it's your loved ones, sometimes we have family members that are a little crazy, let me tell you. But what we might be, we're not looking to attract that part of the family. With your guides have actually come into your vibration and you handpick them. So they're kind of handpicked by you, the master guides, teachers, the instructors that you propelled into your vibration to help you along your path. By helping you, they help themselves, they help the energy, they help the core group to move further into the spirit, into higher consciousness. So they're going to get you to where you need to be. Now, the path we take, the energy we take, you can move somewhere and think, oh my God, Lou, this is awful for me, but I'm going to be here for other people. Don't believe that you have to be Mother Teresa every few moments. Sometimes we have to allow people to find their way. Might not. And I told a lady the other day, and I said this before, sometimes we have drive-by friends and drive-by relatives. We stay in the car, we keep the doors locked, we keep the windows up, we drive by and we wave. You do not pull up in the driveway. You don't pull up there, because you already know subconsciously and consciously within your vibration, it's not a good deal to pull up in the driveway. The things are going to happen. Energy is going to be exchanged. Energy that you might not want to be exchanged within your vibration. So we have to pick our journey. Sure, we can help, we can encourage, we can bless people with our presence. But sometimes we have to kind of put a limit on it. We have to put a limit on where we're going with this. How far do you want to propel this within your life? Do you want to still be doing it 2-5 years from now? Is that something that conveys within the message? I do Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. I do Ho'oponopono. I do that a lot. I do that clearing vibration from Joe Vitale. I do that a lot within our work field. I play 101 Thoughts by Louise Hayes. I allow that to radiate throughout my home. So you have to allow those situations to appear within your life. So pick what works for you, what fits the vibration for you. Doesn't mean you have to do exactly what I do to clear the energy, but it's kind of clearing the energy within your being before you can clear the energy around you. See, once you clear the vibration around you, around your vibration in your auric field, then what happens is people will not be attracted to you. Certain people that are too crazy for you to be part of, they will just give you a wide berth. They will move on to somebody else that their energy kind of radiates to. So what you're doing is you're changing this. I live in Casadega, and we have people come out here all the time. I'm going to change the place. I'm going to change it. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to change it. And I know that they will be gone shortly. They will be shook out of here, moved shortly. There's no way in the world that you can change the place that you're in. All you can do is change the energy that resides around you, and the energy within your vibration will change the place that you're in. You won't change the place. You will change your energy to elevate the place you're in. So we have to elevate. We have to elevate the vibration. And that's through affirmations. That's through connecting to higher consciousness. And whether you meditate, whether you get quiet, whether you empower yourself, you have to allow yourselves to believe that you are part of the great big plan. You're part of the plan. You're part of it. And it's how we arrive, how we propel ourselves, and what we do along our journey is how we're going to get ourselves to where we need to be. It doesn't mean you have to take the direct route. Doesn't mean you have to take the scenic route. You take the route that fits the vibration for you and maneuver down that route. Because sometimes we pick routes that are that would scare most people to death. But down we go. We're just heading into it, believing that it's our life code or our life lesson or our life vibration that we have our cross to bear, whatever we deem it to be. And then we beat ourselves up heading down that path until eventually we step back and go, well, this isn't good. My guide showed me a long time ago that most people are hanging on a screen door and they're pushing as hard as they can push. But he said his own was when people step away from the door, take a breath, look at the door, they notice that the door says pull, never said push. Sometimes we stand at a door pushing at that door as hard as we can for years within our lives and never really realizing that if we just stepped back, took a breath, readjusted ourselves, the vibration around our energy field, we would notice the door said pull, never push. And we have to do that every once in a while. We have to kind of step back, take a breath, ask our higher self questions. I have a thing I do. I tell my guides, is there anything I missed, something I should have seen, something I should have put in motion? Could you please show it to me? So what I'm doing, I'm putting that to notice out into the spirit world. Is there something I need to do, something I need to, that I haven't seen, that I should have put in motion? Could you please show it to me? And I allow that, and then I watch for repetition or situations going on around me to propel me in that direction that I feel is best for. Now, let me tell you, out of these years, I still fight with my guides. I don't tell them, oh, we're not doing that. Oh, no. You've got to rearrange that. Because sometimes they have I don't want to say a sense of humor, but they want to propel you in a direction, and you know that it's not going to be an extremely comfortable movement in your vibration. And instead of saying, oh, I guess that's my life, that's what I'm going to know, you tell them, propel them your vibration. I have clients who want to have money, prosperity, money in their life. Well, you have to realize that by telling your guides you want prosperity, it means that you are telling them you want money, or prosperity of health, or prosperity of something within your life. You have to be very specific with your guides, especially if you're asking for money. Ask for a figure that you like. Energy is money. Any metaphysical teacher, any psychic teacher, any spiritual teacher will tell you that energy is money. It's an exchange of energy. That's what money is. It's an exchange of energy. So figures of money must have energy. So if you just ask for money, your guides will just go pick up whatever they find near you and give it to you. And that might be $5. What is the vibration you're looking for? So same thing with a job. You never ask your guides for a job. They have a sense of humor with jobs. You tell them what you would like to make. What would you like to achieve as a career choice? Well, how much money would you like to make that you could personally accept? Now, that comes to the point of you clearing the vibration by understanding that when you talk to yourself, when you say a figure of money into your spirit guides, go, that. Then you get quiet for a moment. You listen to the inner voice within you. Did you accept that figure? Did you personally accept it, or did you have questions about it? That is still the voice you have to get in control of, because that is the voice that your spirit guides hear. They hear that. They hear that voice. And they might not leave you to go find it. That's the same with health, well-being with others around you. I'm having negative people in my life. Spirit, what should I do? You're listening to what your guides are propelling you towards, not what you personally have to take. And negative people are what we propel within our lives, but we can break that energy. We can break the vibration of that energy by telling your guides that you don't accept it, that you would like this. But you have to keep that focus, because you could be deterred, turn around, look back at it and go, oh, Lewis, I feel sorry for those people. I should go. If you go back there, then you place yourself back in that energy field. where two or more are gathered. If you have two or more people in your vibration that are negative, that negative is going to roll. It's going to come all over your vibration. It's going to be all in your auric field. I used to have a lot of family members that were very negative. And when you walked in the room, when you were in that room with them, it was just, you could personally cut it with a knife. So if you're walking in your life and you're in a room or a space in your life that you have to almost like cut the negative energy with a knife, step away. Sometimes we can't. Sometimes we're in it because we have children, we have relatives, we have people that aren't probably as nice as they should be. We have different things that have propelled themselves within our lives. But it doesn't mean that you can't keep telling your guides, no, I'm expecting this. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. This is what I need. And keep propelling that out into the universe. Now, it might take a few months to actually get everything in motion. But remember that once you keep doing it, it becomes habit. And it's all psychometry. Whether people are teaching you, whatever they're teaching you in the vibration, mediumship, psychic, all this stuff, it's all psychometry. The more you do it, the stronger the energy becomes. The more I do mediumship, the stronger my energy, the stronger my connection becomes. Whatever I do is the more I do it, the stronger the vibration, the stronger the energy becomes with it. So you have to really look. Where are you propelling your thoughts? Where do you want to be today? Not next week. Today. Where do you want to be 5 years from now? Where do you want to be? Where do you see your vibration? And that's where we have to make the little list, kind of tell our guides, what are we looking for? And we're clearing that vibration, that negative energy that is attracted to us. It might take weeks, but you still can get this negative energy reassigned. So we're working on us first. Once we work on us and get our energy to where we're attracting very positive people in our life, connections to higher consciousness in and around our vibration, then we allow ourselves to allow this new energy to move the negative energy out of our auric field. Then we start moving in a different vibration, a different energy. Sure, you might lose some people, some friends, some people that you thought were there for you, but they don't come around anymore. They just don't participate anymore. Sometimes we lose relationships, people in our lives that we thought were supposed to be with our whole life, and then all of a sudden they just wander off. They leave, and we don't know why. Because our energy is starting to change. Our energy is starting to change. So remember, people will not be attracted to your energy. If you're a very positive person, you're not going to attract people that are negative. You're just not going to do that. You're going to attract most of the energy field around you will attract positive energy, and negative people will just kind of move away from you. Same thing with a home. Every time I buy a house or every time I move into a house or situation that I want to place myself into, I will touch the walls in the house. The realtor might think I'm nuts, but I touch the walls. And I ask myself, I ask my higher self, is this house good for me? Yes or no? And it's the feeling I get once I touch the walls. What is the feeling that I feel when I touch the vibration? Because you got to take into account, whoever's lived in this house, whoever has resided within this home, whatever energies, whatever disappointments, whatever situations that have appeared in their life will radiate through the walls. So that means that when I touch the wall, I'm actually feeling every bit of energy, every bit of vibration that has happened within that home. So I can see if it's a very positive energy and I feel good with it, or negative energy that I don't. Even when I bless homes, I don't go in and just start munching up the whole place and doing some bunch of Hail Marys and running through the house saying the Lord's Prayer. I touch the walls. I touch them. I feel the energy within the space. And as you get closer to them, that's why mediums, people will feel a cold space, a warm space. The energy will change within certain spaces of the home. It's a very good possibility. The reason it changes in those parts of the home is because of what had happened in that home. The house we live in now, the gentleman used to the gentleman used to hit his wife, used to hit her in one of the rooms here. But if you move into that room, when you first came to this house, you moved in that room, you would feel the energy. The energy vibration would just drop considerably. And I couldn't figure out why at first. I kept feeling this very negative energy in that room. And then all of a sudden I asked the lady that used to live here, she said, oh, if you've seen the holes in the wall, this my husband would hit the wall and try to hit me in that room. So then it's the energy within the space. So anything negative within the home is going to radiate throughout the space or through the walls. So you're clearing it. And that's why I play 101 Thoughts from Louise Hayes. But you can play anything you want. But that really works really well because it's just putting this positive energy, these positive affirmations, this positive stuff within the space. So you just let it play. You just let it go. Just let it play. You play some really good music, some really substantial, positive, blessing music in the vibration, and then you allow it to radiate within the walls. It will clear the negative energy. It will clear it. It will clear the vibration. I play the Gaithers. I love Bill Gaither and his music. There's a lot of religious music, a lot of really spiritual music, and I play that throughout my home. I play that. And it just radiates this beautiful energy of all these people singing these gospel hymns, these hymns. And I think it's just the most awesome energy if I just allow it to play. So if you're trying to clear a space, clear a vibration, start playing some music. Start playing some music within the space. And people might walk in your house and say, well, I don't know what you are doing, but the energy here feels so much better. Yeah, it feels better. Because I've been playing stuff. I've been playing stuff to radiate the energy within the walls. Radiate. Sure, you can smudge. And smudging a house, people do it wrong. They do it. They don't do it right. When you walk into a space, you go clockwise, not counterclockwise, because you're opening the space. Going clockwise. Go to the four corners of the room. Do the smudge. Do your smudge. Say whatever prayer that radiates with you. And when you're finished with that space, walk to the center of the room, make a loud noise. Whether it's with a bell, whether you're slapping your hands together, make a loud noise. That energy, because spirit, the energy will move from wherever you're smudging to the center of the room. And when you walk to the center of the room and make that large noise, it dissipates the energy within the space. Then you move to the next space. Move to the next space throughout the home. You just don't go to the four corners of the house and think that that's it, because they'll just move to different spaces within the home. You're making a loud noise within the center of the space. And say the Lord's Prayer. Say any prayer that works for you, that fits the vibration for you. Sage works really good. Sea salt works really good. And bay leaves, dried bay leaves, work really good with the four corners of the house because it puts a circle of protection around the home. They just work really, really nice. They work really good within the vibration, especially if you have some very negative energy within the space. You're clearing that energy or clearing that vibration from that. Then you have to kind of figure out, once you get this all cleared, you've chased most of the negative people away from you, then you're kind of watching. And that's what I explain to everyone, repetition of situations. What's appearing in your life? It doesn't mean you move halfway across the world just because you see something in, let's say, California. But if that keeps appearing, what you're doing is you're watching what appears in your life from that direction, from that vibration that you're looking for. You're looking for what appears in your direction. You're looking for that. So what you're doing is you're propelling in yourself this forward energy of looking, of watching, of keeping track of what's going on. I don't care if you have a dream about something, and the waking minute you turn on the television set, and there's the symbol, there's the vibration again. Then you drive to work, there it is again. It keeps getting your attention for some reason. Sometimes guides, people, family members will send birds, they'll send animals, they'll send things. You'll walk out the door, you see an owl, then you see an owl again, you see an owl again. Could be a member of the family sending guidance, vibrations from the spirit world. But when you see something 3 or more times, you kind of ask your guides, Is there something I need to do with this? Is there something I need to propel with this? See, I've learned through my life that guides want you to know that it's happening. They want you to know that that they got your attention. They're not going to do all this stuff and you just keep wandering through the path. They want you to know that they've got your attention. That's why when I say things repetitiously, I will tell my guides, is there something I need to do with this? There's something, are you trying to show me something? Then all of a sudden, my father's picture will fall off the wall, or something with my family will happen. I'll go, oh, you're trying to tell me that you're okay. So what I'm doing is I'm watching, paying attention to what's going on. I know it's harder now these days with the telephones and the telephones in our hand and everything else. Everybody looking at their phones. But if we just kind of stopped, as I said here, stop, get off the screen door, step back, take a breath, take a breather, and then ask our guide, say, okay, is there something I need to do? Is there something I need to do with this? Is there something I need to put in motion? Then take a breath and watch. I know we all attract negative energy in our lives. We do. Because sometimes people just want to be part of our vibration because they feel the energy. They feel it. The trouble when we get in trouble is we start attracting groups of negative people. Sure, we can encourage an individual, encourage somebody. As I said, does it fit you? Does somebody want you to do something for them? Does it fit you for the next 5 to 10 years? Does it fit you? Would you see yourself doing it? Would it be something that you would possibly feel comfortable doing for the next 5 to 10 years? Not because you think it's some kind of life purpose or life goal. If it's a life goal or a life purpose, your guides will move heaven and earth and you'll be there. You'll be exactly where they've placed you because it's something that you personally have to do. But you're telling them that you would love, that you don't accept it. You might have wrote a contract on the other side. Doesn't mean you have to stay in that group of individuals for the rest of your life. Doesn't mean you have to stay there. I have family, people in my life that I will not have anything to do with. I don't have to have anything to do with them. I just don't. Sure, they're family, but I was born in a family, not of a family. Born in, not of. So there's individuals that are a little bit too negative for me, a little bit too much for me. So I allow them to enjoy their life, have a wonderful life, enjoy their vibration, just not up near me. Enjoy your life. You enjoy yourself. They will attract the people in their life that they are supposed to attract. Now, if I'm supposed to help them, Spirit will make sure that I'm placed in front of them. I'm exactly where I need to be to help the individual. Doesn't mean I have to go out of my way to address the situation. Because I know each and every one of you here today, you know people that are very negative. And you have this, and it's just, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter what you put in motion, it's not going to change their mind. It's not going to change their vibration. So you give it all the energy, you give it energy, and see if it works, if it falls into place for you. Don't just go and say, Louis, I'm going to do this for a number of years, and then come back 10, 20 years from now and go, God, it was awful. That was just terrible. That was just awful. Why? We're supposed to be on this earth plane. We're supposed to be extremely positive, spiritual individuals. We've lived lifetimes that have been extremely, extremely positive. So we're in this lifetime. This lifetime should be extremely awesome. So it should be. Sure, we have our life lessons and challenges we have to go through, but most of it should be pretty positive, pretty good for us. So we have to allow that to happen, allow that to propel itself in motion. And we're watching. I know we can't be hoo-hoos and just think that everything is just going to fall. Sure, we have to go through things, but it's how we go through them actually attracts the individuals and people we're supposed to have in our lives. It's not like it's not like we get to miss it. We still have to go through it, but how do you get through it? How to move through the situation? I had a client many years ago. She kept telling me, My daughter's not raising her kids well. I can raise them better. I said, ooh, Lord, dear. Oh my, you're telling your guides that you want something. They're going to try to go find it for you. Oh, she said, oh, I can raise them so much better. I said, you're 68 years old. You need to behave yourself because you got little babies. Your daughter's got babies. She goes, oh no, I can raise them better. Sure enough, about a year later, her daughter ended up in jail, ended up in prison for 20 years. Guess who's raising the children? She is. So I have a little thing I laugh because I tell people I'm not really child friendly at 68. I was at one time. I'm really good with kids, just not on a full-time basis. I don't want them here all the time. It's like a lot. It's a lot. We had a 2-year-old here not too long ago. Me and my wife were totally exhausted after about 5 hours. My God, they could have fed us oxygen. I mean, we were out. We were exhausted. I don't know what we would do with the kid if the kid was going to be here 24 hours. We would have had to take shifts. But the question is we have to realize what your limits are, what your vibration is with situations that are appearing in your life. And if you have things that are going in your life, sure, you might have to see them through. You might have to get through a situation in your life. But start saying the affirmations. Start saying the situations that you would like to see, that you would like to have in your vibration. And then allow that to move. Start to move the energy block. Start to move the vibration ahead of you. If you don't tell your guides what you want, they think that the journey that you're on is something awesome for you, and you're just going to travel that path. But the journey you're on might be completely negative. It might be you have all these negative people around you. It's just not working. You're not living in the right place. You're not where you need to be. It's just not working for you. Your job doesn't fulfill you. All this stuff isn't working. But your guides look down and go, she must be happy. She hasn't said anything. Or he must be happy, doesn't say anything. We have to tell them because they don't understand. I know spirit works with energy. They don't see us. When we do readings, when we do mediumship readings, they don't see us as us. They see us as energy, and a vibration of energy, a vibration. So if our vibration doesn't change, our energy doesn't change, they think we're just great. We're just walking the path. We're just doing the journey. We have to explain to them. If we don't, they'll say, yeah, you must like it. And we'll keep on that same journey until we argue with them. And somebody told me, you don't want to be sacrilegious with your guides, Lou. You need to be nice to them. Well, sometimes you have to explain to them what's going on with you, what you would personally love to have within your life. And if you go on a positive vibration, a positive situation within your life, you allow this new energy, this new vibration to appear within your auric field. And that in turn attracts individuals that feel the energy within your field to allow that energy to build. Now you have 2, 3, 4 bright lights within your auric field. Sure, you might still have some negative people, but you're attracting some bright lights. I have a question. So a question I should ask, what energy can you support me with to get what I require or how I want to move forward? Well, the question here with that is you have to tell your guides, not precisely, but pretty kind of. That's why I said you have to 5 years from now. Let's do 5 years. What do you really are looking for? And that's the energy you're trying to propel towards them. You're trying to raise that vibration, to raise that energy field to get to where they need to, that you would like to be 5 years from now. If you want to be substantially wealthy, you want to be perfectly healthy, you have to start telling them. You have to start putting that energy in the vibration. If I tell myself I'm not healthy, I feel bad today, I just don't feel good, I'm just so tired, I'm so exhausted, oh my God. And I keep doing that every day. I get up in the morning, oh my God, oh geez. Pretty soon, that energy is going to take effect, and my health probably isn't going to be that good. because now I keep putting that vibration out that I'm not healthy. I learned years ago that I kept figuring out why everybody was not working and they were making a living and I was working 3 jobs. I kept feeling out there's something I'm doing wrong. There's something I must be doing wrong here. Until I started deciding that I started to ask for a figure of prosperity money for me. What you do is you tell your guides that you are strong, healthy, and abundant. You get kind of an idea in your head of what you're looking for. Health and prosperity flow to me without obstructions or restrictions. I am healthy. I am amazing. I am awesome. I am abundant. You tell yourself and you find what works for you as far as affirmations. What works for your vibration as far as your affirmations. And you just keep the same energy going. And it might be, you might think, well, Louis, I don't know exactly what I want, what I need. Well, then get yourself a piece of paper. Start writing down what you need 5, 10 years from now. What do you need? If you want a relationship, you start explaining to them, I am attracting a relationship that's going to benefit me for my highest and best and encourage me on my life path. Awesome. Do that. So now you're attracting somebody that's going to encourage, going to bless you on your life path. And you keep saying that. You keep saying that to your guides and to your higher self. And pretty soon you start going to be attracting people that are going to be good for you, for your life path, your encouragement along the way. We can try to look for people, but sometimes our car doesn't stop at the right place. Sometimes we allow people in our car that aren't really extremely good for us for the long term. They might be good for us for a very short term, but not a long term. So then we have to kind of figure out the direction, because now this person has brought their luggage and tucked it in our car. They tucked it. Now, they're in the car. Now we have to deal not only with them, but also with their luggage. And that throws us a little off balance, because now we aren't really dealing with just ourselves anymore. We're dealing with luggage from somebody else. So when you're asking for this, you're not, I know we're supposed to ask and help others, encourage others, but if we're not happy, we're not healthy, we're not financially able to help anyone, we're not able to help anyone because we're too sick, our relationships are totally crazy, and that's throwing us completely off balance, we're not going to be good for anyone. We're not going to be good for anything at that point. So that's why you ask for yourself, because subconsciously, you personally know what your life lessons are. You kind of know what your life lessons are. You kind of know what you've been going through in your life and what that's attracting you towards. So you kind of redo that situation. I don't have a life lesson with relationships. I don't. I've been married almost 40 years. I found my soulmate. I found the person that's supposed to be in my life. I found her. So that's not a major ordeal for me. Not a major ordeal for me. I don't have to start asking for relationships because I have exactly who I need in my life. So I ask for health, balance my life so I can stay healthy. I ask for prosperity in my life, so in case at some point in my life I want to retire, I'd like to be able to be financially secure to do that. So I ask for prosperity and vibrations in my life. So I'm telling my guides that there's something I'm missing, something I should see, something I should put in motion. Could you please show it to me? Then I watch. And that's what you're doing. You're watching. You don't have to watch constantly. I have people who will say, well, listen, I'll just sit in my house and I'll just sit in a chair and I'll watch. You got to move along your life, but watch what's going on in your vibration, because your guides are going to try to show you. They want you to feel healthy. They want you to be healthy. They want you to be in this vibration. They want you there. But I'm telling you, you can stand on the side of the road and you can keep looking at the bus coming, but you have to figure out what bus you want to get on. What bus do you want to get on? Where are you going? If the bus is going downtown and you want to go somewhere else, you're not personally going to get on that bus. You're not personally going to place yourself in that situation. And a lot of us do. A lot of us think that, oh my God, Lou, I came here for life lessons. I'm here to help. I'm here to encourage. Oh my God, give it a break. We need to go on recess every once in a while. We can't be there 24/7 trying to follow that path because Spirit has to take care of us. I have a strong suspicion in my life that if I have to go be a missionary, and I tell people we're missionaries or we're scouts or we're followers, one or the other. We're one of the three. We're either missionaries out ahead of people, we're scouts, we are cutting the path through the wilderness, or we're the followers waiting for people to get to where they need to be so we can follow down a clear path. So we're either one of those. So if we need to be the missionary, it means the Spirit can take extremely good care of us. We have to be the one that's cutting the path for others to follow. Spirit will put us there, and they will move heaven and earth and place us to where we need to be. If we're a follower, they will give us the information on what path, what journey, what path that we need to walk down. So all this is through information, because if you have to be somewhere, do something, affect people, get them to where they personally need to be, you have to remember, Spirit will move heaven and earth for you. If all hell's breaking loose, then it's just not supposed to work. A really good aspect of that, many years ago, me and my wife were going to buy a house in Sanford, Florida. We're going to buy a house there. We liked the house. It was done up like teddy bears, and it had these carvings. And it was just an awesome little house. We just loved it. We just thought the house was awesome. So we started trying to buy the house, and it was one roadblock after another roadblock after another roadblock, and it wasn't working. So we finally just gave up on the house. We just gave up on it. And come to find out, 6 months later, this lady was in the house. Her husband was working, which I would have been doing. I would have been working. My wife, Marie, would have been home. This lady was killed within the home. Somebody had broke in and killed her. Marie was not to be there. She was not to leave this earth plane at that moment. She was not to be in that home. We were not supposed to buy it. And Spirit was doing everything they could to stop us from moving in that home. See, Spirit will stop you. They will, and we might get discouraged and say, my God, Spirit should be doing this for me. Well, if things aren't working, then we kind of really look in a different direction. Okay. I always tell my guys, if that's not what you want, great, awesome. Could we go do this now? Could we move this now? But it's still that vibration of clearing the negative energy from you. I can go bless your house. I can throw holy water. I can do a little fancy dance in your living room. I can chase the energies away. But as soon as I leave, if you're still in a negative situation, you still believe the spirits are there, you still believe things are going to get you, then God bless, before I get the car out of the driveway and down the road, that energy will come right back into that space, no matter what I do. No matter what I place or what I do in that space. If you believe it is there, I learned that when we had a big thing back in the 70s. People were attachments sucking energy from you. Attachments were over you, and you needed somebody to clear the attachments. Clean them from you. Get the attachments off of you. If you have all these attachments on you, then you can't do anything. Can't change your life, can't do anything. If you have all these attachments, if you believe that you have all these attachments, you can't move. You got too many people hanging on to you. So you have to believe that you aren't accepting attachments. You aren't propelling them within your life. There's no attachments attached to me. There are people, there are energies in the spirit world that like me. There are people in this house. I tell people I have thousands of spirits in this house. There's people all over the place. People sitting on the floor, people looking at me, staring at me. And there's some of these people I know, some of them I don't. Sometimes clients will leave people here because the people like the energy, so they'll stay for a while. They'll just set up home. As long as they don't break something or maneuver something or tear up something, I'm good. I'm extremely good with them being here. I don't care. because I know that brings me a stronger connection to the spirit world. Because all these spirits, I got all these spirits in this house, that means there's a doorway. It means there's a door of spiritual energy infecting my home. And it's a good infection of a spirit just being in this house. I like that. Because I feel them, I hear them throughout the day, walking and moving throughout my home. So I feel comforted that they're here. And that spirit really wants to be part of my life. So when we have a lot of spirits in our house, as long as they're not destroying things or messing things or waking you up in the middle of the night, making your life crazy, great, awesome, because Spirit has said that to you, not maybe personally, but they've said it to your energy field. We like being next to you. You have good energy. We love being here. Your house has wonderful energy. And if I'm attracting higher vibrational spirits in my home at a higher vibration, then that's going to change the energy field within my home. It just will. And you have to change that situation first. And that's true. All this psychometry, and I've said before, it's psychometry. It's the energy of an object, energy of a vibration, energy that you're placing into something. I don't care if you stand in the middle of your house and you pray to a stone. And every day at 4 o'clock you go and pray to that stone in the center of your house. Pretty soon that stone is going to take on the energy that you've been placing into it. It'll hold that energy. Whether negative or positive, it'll hold that vibration. It'll hold that energy. Then somebody will walk past the stone and they go, whew, I feel really good energy from that stone. I feel awesome energy from that stone. Yeah, because you've been putting that energy into the stone. You've been placing it there. Same thing with a space in your home. People will walk in my office and they'll walk near the Buddha Maitreya pyramid and they'll go, oh my God, Lou, the energy's just awesome here. It's because of the pyramid. It plays 24/7. It does its energy, sound, and it radiates energy throughout that front space in my home. So the energy is balanced. It's connected within that space. So you are allowing yourself to raise the vibration, raise the energy through psychometry. When Christopher Thames does his sound, and he has his carpet tables, his sound tables, and different things, it is the sound, it's the vibration, it is the sound that actually puts the situation in motion. It's our voice, it's our voicing, the sound that we voice to the spirit world is what we're telling them. But that's only one part of it. It's what we're telling ourselves also. It's that inner voice that's maneuvering within us. What are we telling ourselves? Because we're not supposed to have, unless you're planning on being a caregiver to a whole basket full of negative people, sure, we're going to have certain negative people in our life because they're going to feel our energy and they're going to want to actually feel part of the energy. They're going to want to maybe change their life and feel part of the vibration. Sure, we're going to attract a few negative people in our life, but it's our energy that could light a light within their vibration, a candle in the vibration. When I leave and I go to the spirit world, I notice that sometimes when I go over there, there's like a cabin off in the distance with a candle in the window. And it's happened quite a few times when I go over there. I happen to see this cabin off in the distance and a candle gently burning in the windowsill. And I asked somebody one time, I asked one of my guides, I said, why the candle? And I heard from my guide, he said, every time somebody leaves the spirit world and comes to earth, comes to this vibration, this earth, somebody on the other side that loves you, that has all this strong compassion for you, that has been with you through lifetimes and encouragements, and they have lit a candle and placed it in the window, so that when it is time for you to come home, when you are to come home and reside back in the spirit world, you will see the light in the window at a distance, beckoning you home. I've always understood that somebody on the other side loves me so dearly that they've placed a candle in the window to direct me home. And if we believe that we have spirits on the other side that are patiently waiting for us to come home from our journey, not to tell them a negative story, not to say, oh my God, it was so awful, it was just so terrible, it was just awesome. We want to be able to tell people, you know, it was great. It was a nice journey. It was comfortable. Little tough spots here and there. But most of all, I enjoyed the journey. You probably would never take another vacation. If it became a bad vacation, a terrible vacation, you probably wouldn't go to the same place. You wouldn't go back there. Oh my God, it was awful. It was terrible. I'm never going to go back there. The same thing with this life. There's no sense of you getting back to the other side and going, God, that was awful. God, what was I thinking? If sure, we're going to pick our life lessons, people that we have in our lives, but doesn't mean we have to follow a strict journey, a strict map. We have different roadways. It's like a road map. There's a destination on the map that we have to get to, but how we could take the scenic route, go through some obscure little towns along the way, and eventually end up to where we need to be at the exact time we need to be there, but taking this leisurely journey through the country. Not dodging ourselves through town with gunshots and all kinds of stuff going on, trying to figure out how to get there. We could take the leisure journey. The journey is what we pick. That is our free will and choice. And that's what we have to realize, our free will and choice. You have free will and choice to attract all the negative people you want. You can just put them everywhere. Stack them up, like core wood. Like just stack them up over here. Or you can say, no, I don't accept that. I don't accept this. And I always tell my guides, I do not accept this. I do not feel that this is something that I chose. And if I did choose it, and I'm supposed to go through this, then you should show me why. Show me why. Show me why I have to go through this. Show me. Then I'll watch what appears in my life. But if some people start appearing in my life with the same situation, then I go, oh, okay. I need to go through it for that. Okay, I got it. Okay, all right, I got it. I asked last week if my father-in-law and mother-in-law were okay in the spirit world. I said, spirit guides, they haven't been around to say hello yet. They were around at one time, but they've been traveling, I guess. So they said, okay, everything's okay. For the last couple of weeks, I've had readings from Philadelphia. That's where their parents were from, Philadelphia. People came, even the person with my mother-in-law's name and my father-in-law's name, they came for readings. Exact same name. So, was it Spirit telling me that they're okay? We're sending you information, sending you signs that they're okay. We have to realize that there are signs. There are signs and symbols along the way to direct our attention. And sometimes a bird, sometimes an owl, sometimes maybe some animal. Maybe the animal is, maybe it's a message. Maybe the animal's a message. Maybe you need to go on the internet, look under, somebody saw a rat run across the road. What does the rat mean? What does it mean? Do you look at something and go, oh, that's what it means. That's what it means. Okay. Figure out if something keeps appearing, try to research it, or if it does have a meaning for you. If it doesn't have a meaning for you, go on the internet, search rat, search bird, totem, an owl, and a totem. What does it mean? What does the meaning have? Somebody come in your life with certain kinds of stones, certain kinds of vibrations within your life. What stone are they bringing? If you walk in your office tomorrow or somebody tomorrow and somebody's got a bunch of turquoise on, you go, turquoise. You get your car, there's a turquoise car parked right next to your car. You start driving a road, you see turquoise color again. You see turquoise again. There's a reason for that. So you start researching. So what does turquoise mean? What are my guides trying to tell me? Because sometimes I wish they would say, oh my God, here you go, here it is, here. There's like 24 questions here. Take you here, to get you there, to get you over here, to get you through that, to get you back here, and give you the answer. And I wish they could just say, here, do this. But sometimes they aren't allowed to make our choices for us. What they do is they give us the information. They're like our tour guides. give us all the information, give us the spots that would be extraordinary for us to be at. But they don't block anything else off the map. They don't say, don't go there. They just try to enforce where they think we should be. And then we allow our own energy field to get ourselves down the road. So if an owl, a canary, a rat, a snake, whatever you see, whatever you propel in your life, and it really gets your attention, you go, oh, that's strange. Research it a little bit, because that could be a symbol or a sign that your guides are trying to show you. You just need to watch. Because rats are food for birds. Birds will eat them. Rats are food. They're food to birds. Rats are very intelligent. They're very connected. They're very intelligent animals. So the question is what are your guides trying to tell you if that's the animal you see? Maybe you see something else. But remember, everything has a purpose. And I've learned that throughout my life. I've been doing this work 60 years. And I've learned through my life, it took a while for me to learn that I didn't have to follow the path that was actually placed in front of me. I could take an excursion. I could go off-road if I wanted to. I could just skip over it, and I could actually experience it in a different way, a different vibration, a different way. And if we allow ourselves to really understand that, instead of saying, oh, God, it's my cross to bear. No, it's never that. Because what happens is we allow then the negative energy to take hold, because now we're into a space in our lives that we're miserable. And we're miserable because it's just miserable around us. So then we start feeding in on that vibration. So now other miserable people will feel that at a distance. And they'll go, oh my God, so-and-so needs us. And they start coming out of the woodwork. And then you say, Lewis, I'm attracting some negative people. Woo-hoo-hoo. What were you telling yourself? What are you propelling within your vibration? Allow the energy to change. I left being pastor of the church because no one would help me run the church. I was like their token worker here. Nobody else wanted to help. Until I finally said, this is not the energy that I need to be part of at this moment. So I kind of retired from being church pastor here. Now I am releasing the energy and the vibration into the spirit world on my next part of the journey. So I have to be open for the next part of this. So if you've lost a job, don't think of the job as being lost because it's lost. Think of saying, Spirit's opening another door. So you give them a figure that you need to make. $250,000 a year. What do you need to make your life comfortable? That includes traveling money. What do you need? Tell them. They've changed your jobs. They've changed it for a reason. There's a reason they've changed it. So tell them what you need, especially for the next part of the journey. If you've lost a relationship and you're looking for a relationship, explain to them what you're looking for. Sometimes relationships in our life are not there to follow us throughout our lives. They're here to encourage us, get us to a space within our lives, and then to vacate our lives. Not to follow us through our whole life. So we have to realize that sometimes when relationships end and they move in a different direction, maybe that's Spirit's way of saying, all right, we got something new for you, something awesome for you. Are you ready? And we have to tell them, say, well, you're going to bring somebody, at least do this. You don't want somebody dragging 20 suitcases behind them trying to get into your car and packing all those suitcases in the back seat. You want to have an idea of saying, well, wait a second. I might deal with one suitcase, maybe two, but that's too much. Tell yourself what you're looking for. Tell yourself what you personally feel that you absolutely need. Because if you don't, what happens is that the energy will come. The vibration will come. We have to clear that. And that's, if you want to smudge your house, go for it. But before you smudge it, before you clear the energy in the home, tell your guys what you expect. What are you looking for? You don't want the same energy. You want different energy. But as you're smudging the house, focus your intent on the energy that you would love in that space, the energy you would love there. and move through the house and clearing it. So that when you finish clearing the house and cleaning the house, you've changed your idea of what you want in the house, what you propel within the home. It's all the psychometry, it's all the energy of the space that you put the energy into the space. Because you're telling yourself constantly what you want, either consciously, you're saying it out loud to your guides, or subconsciously, you're telling your inner self what you personally can expect. So those two vibrations have to get on the same page. Your inner voice and your outward voice. Both of them should be on the same place. And you might say, somebody wants to say, can you give us an example like love, clarity, and the house? What you do is you sit, it's quiet, clear your mind. I like sitting in the center of a house, sitting in the center of the house. Clear your mind and consciously tell yourself, what do you expect in this home? What do you expect? Love, happiness, protection. What are you looking for within the home? Get quiet and think about that. Then go to the front corner of the home and start there and start moving through the house and making a circular motion throughout the home. Still putting that energy out of what you personally would want within the home. What do you want within the home? Then allow that energy to move in that vibration. Same thing when you're attracting something or someone in your life. You're sitting quietly. You're giving that energy. And then, as I said here, when you tell your guys, I want somebody and I would love somebody before my life and I want love in my life and I want this, I want that. And then you listen to your inner voice. It's your inner voice going, oh my God, you don't deserve anybody. Oh my God, you'll never get anybody. What are you asking that for? Blah, 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 blah. And that voice is just going on and on and on. That is the voice you need to quiet. That is the voice you need to say, quiet. You need to reinforce to your guides. Because that is a voice that is not from this part of your life. This part of your life. Maybe in this lifetime you've been through disappointments, situations, and things in your life. That becomes part of the bulletin board in your life. That's the little post-it notes of that bulletin board in your life. So what you're doing with clearing the energy is you're pulling those post-it notes off the bulletin board. You're getting rid of them. You're pulling it off the bulletin board, and you're leaving a clear space to put the positive, the beautiful energy in. Sure, we run through things in our lives. Everybody has. But it doesn't mean you have to. It doesn't mean it has to be part of. It has to be inspiration. It has to be creation. It has to be creating your existence, creating your day. Rafa has a good tape out. It's on the internet. You can look at it. It's called Creating Your Day. Create your day. Create every morning when you wake up before you move. Create your day. Inspire yourself to a higher vibration every single day. No matter if it hurts. No matter if you say, oh my God, Lou, I'm so tired today. No. And what you do is you do that to your guides. You tell your higher self, your guides, your protectors, the people within your life. You tell them. These are the guides that follow you. These are your higher self. This is the higher self of your vibration. It's what's still attached to the spirit side of life. You're telling your higher self. It is all that information from past lifetimes, incarnations, and places that you've been. It has all that information that you can download into your vibration to help you on the path. But for you to get connected to it, you have to set the vibration. You can't go looking over in part of the store and going, well, Louis, I'm not really looking for tires, but this is where I've been for the last month. Go look in the store where you feel like you need to be and allow your energy to be in that vibration. But I hope you guys enjoyed today. I hope you enjoyed